welcome back again for another video. Oh, the lovely people of West Cork. This place is bloody amazing. Just a absolutely random place. It's like a million miles from everywhere. I'm actually surprised there's a car in front of me, because there's usually like no traffic at all out here. Oh, that road looks fun. Not today, we have plans. Oh, look at that. That is an awesome barn. Yeah, the stuff you see in West Cork is absolutely amazing. The most randomest stuff you can ever imagine. Even me, like, I've been driving down these roads for many years and they're still so impressive. You'd nearly crash the bike just looking around you, because there's so many interesting things to see, and the scenery just doesn't help in that situation. So lads, today we're off on a journey to West Cork, specifically a town called Union Hall. And people probably know where this is going already. I'm checking out Irish film locations, more than likely going to be around Cork, just because that is what interests me. For any one of ye that knows the old film War of the Buttons, it was released back in 1994, well before Mr. Giggs was born. Oh man, there's just so many good roads around here. It's a movie I actually watched the other night again, just to refresh my memory a bit. Oh, it's so good, lads and ladies. If you haven't gone and watched it already, it has to be on your bucket list. So the actual movie was based on a French novel. Basically translated War of the Buttons into French. Sorry. Je m'appelle Giggs, do not know what French means. Me French is not the best. So many of you that know the movie would know that the main town, or I should say the two towns, are based out here in West Cork. Well, the whole movie was pretty much filmed out here. And the bridge in Union Hall is one of the key aspects of the movie, I would say. It's basically the Ballyboys versus the Carricks. And they're both competing towns, I would say. All of West Cork is just like a movie scene to me. Everything is just so aged, not really preserved, like this old shed. There's such interesting things around here. So there's lots of places in this movie that I just cannot find. The one we're going to today is going to be basically the main town of the movie, of the Ballyboys. So this is the town of Lepp. It's the last town before Union Hall. And this place actually had a really cool biker cafe a few years ago. But unfortunately, because Ireland is just such a small country, the market wasn't really there after a while. I remember my first time going there, all I had on me was a Visa debit card. Unfortunately, there ain't no ATMs. Well, back then anyway, there was no ATMs out or towards this way. So I actually had to get my breakfast on tick. And to be fair to him, like, what other restaurant would do that for you? Like, restaurant or cafe would just say, I have no idea who you are, and I have no way of proving who you are. That's actually the place right there. It's now the post office, which is quite interesting. You would think that the post office would be there before the cafe. Like, they basically just said, yeah, you have no money on ya. We don't have a clue who you are. Only the bike you drive. Go on away there and throw us back money next week or whatever, next time you're down. Which was so sound of them. Like, what other cafe or restaurant would do that for you? The Biker Grill Cafe, legendary. So this way that we're heading, this side of the water, is supposedly the Carrick area. We're on the other side of the Ballylads now, at the moment. You can see the bridge approaching ahead. Absolutely mad looking bridge. Approaching from a distance, you'd actually mistake it for a railway bridge. It has like lattice columns, kind of like what they used back in the day. It's absolutely amazing looking. So here we go, boys. Union Hall. And this is just wide enough to fit a car, which is kind of cool. Pretty amazing. We'll come back to this. So the town itself is more narrow than you'd imagine. It does look a lot bigger on the camera lens. Yeah, so this is it. This is absolutely mad. So you have Nolan's Bar, Dinty's, the old sheds. And you would actually see these in the movie. That hasn't changed much. It's really sad that most of this place is run down. Not particularly sure why. Well, it is West Cork, I suppose. Okay, we'll do you. So yeah, do you recognise this? Pretty awesome town. See the field over that was used for filming also. Yeah, it is like the movie where the bridge isn't actually that far from the town. So it's all pretty legit. Only for the fact that the Carrick town Carrick, I don't know what the name of the other town was. It wasn't that interesting anyway. And I don't exactly know where that one was filmed, because it's not really seen much in the movie. And you would have seen this at the start of the movie where all the kids are like attacking the priest off the bike. And also when the old lad is tearing his son down the road.
Come out! Come out! The lot of it! Don't be shy!
So that's pretty much the main town of the movie. And there's a lot more very interesting parts of that movie that I do want to find, such as the scene where all the lads are absolutely balls naked. I think the area was called Murphy's Dunes in the movie. It actually had a very cool dolmen, like one of them medieval kind of, what do you call it, megalithic structure from about 2,000 years ago at least. But I'm not sure if that was real or was it made out of paper mache just for the movie, because I've searched everywhere and I absolutely cannot find it. Just the location alone should be enough to make it probably one of the prettiest dolmens in Cork. But there's just no evidence of it anywhere whatsoever. It does not exist, according to Google. And it's so scenic as well that you would think it's fairly popular. But the sad reality is it's probably either been faked just for the movie, or it's on private land and the landowner is just not very welcoming. But I have yet to hold out hope that someone either behind the scenes of the movie will tell me, or maybe just some local knowledge, or someone watching this video. It would be honestly really appreciated if you could drop me an old hint to whereabouts that location is. So now, as we're heading out, as you can see, it's just bloody gorgeous everywhere. The place is so nice. And we're heading to a place next called Castle Townsend, which was used for some filming. I'm not sure if it was the Carrick. I'm not sure if it was the other town, basically. That looked like a nice restoration that kind of stopped halfway through. More abandoned houses. Oh, an amazing wall. I can only imagine if you weren't from Ireland, or particularly West Cork, that all this stuff would just be amazing to look at. Because if it's piquing my interest so much, it must absolutely blow other people out of the water. You haven't seen the VFR in a while. The last video I have on the channel was the one doing a bit of off-roading. So we have a particular team emerging. The VFR gets off-roadier every day. As you can see, we got a lovely nice screen now. And just a little clip on. And boy oh boy, there's some difference. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow! Ladies and gentlemen, we have found another filming location. So basically, this was the school that you can see in the movie where they get the young fella to run across the road to the priest and ask him, what is a tosspot? Oh god. That's funny. It actually has a pretty big car park as well for the size of the town itself. Ah lads, that's gas. I'm happy I came across that one now. Oh look, more cool houses. So here we are. Welcome to Castle Townsend. Awesome. So now that we know why Castle Townsend was featured in the locations for the movie, was because of the that little church and the school. At the moment I do not see anything particular, and I have been down here before, so there's nothing really that stands out to me being in the movie. It is a really cool town. Drishane House is right there. Lots of walls from many years ago. There's lots of history. Look at that, that's an awesome house. A lot of these are gate lodges as well. So they were just like the entranceway to an even bigger house, which blows my mind when the gate lodge is nearly as cool. Yeah, it's pretty insane. All these buildings are really cool, to be fair. They're from another era. There's a sundial house right there. That's pretty epic. Never seen one of them before. A telephone box. An old fuel pump. And a lovely pink pub. Little McCarthy's. So this is basically the part I wanted to show you. Look how mental this is. This person doesn't realise that this road is not accessible to cars. Not really, only bikes. Another awesome pub. Yeah, the buildings down here are insane. This place is unreal. It's like being lost in time. That's 98. She's nearly as old as myself now.
Kawasaki what? What size? 11 or something? Is she?
Oh, it's an 800.
Is it?
There's a nice engine in it though. It's a V4.
Okay.
So it's not like, you know, a sports bike. Doesn't go doesn't scream. Yeah, it's more of a tour. So it's nice for the long roads now.
Great neck as well.
Yeah, surprised, alright. And the guy before me looked after it well.
Yeah, most guys do. If it's a mature driver, it'll be looked at.
Yeah, that's right.
Funny enough, that's the second time this week my bike's been mistaken for a Kawasaki. And on that note, peeps, we'll bring this video to a close. Cork has hosted lots of feature films and TV series over the years, so there's lots of cool locations here to check out. Possibly enough out there to make a series. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, give us a like to see more of this content in the future. I'll see you in the next video. Good luck!
You can feel it too. Let the music on you.